Hello and welcome back to Les Erotic Zones. I am your hostess Joe, aka Madam Solar Babe, and today we are going to be doing my first ever tarot. No, I'm not using tarot, so I can't call it tarot. We're going to be using tools to channel messages for the Divine Collective. So let's go ahead and get into the message for today. I have 3 items here spread out on the table. We have a white seashell, a raw moonstone, and some chrysoprase. You can go ahead and use your intuition to select the item that you believe is for the message that is for you. And then we can go ahead and get into today's message. Okay, so for this first pile, I went ahead and threw out my black beans, dried avocado seeds, and a little bit of brown rice. And I noticed that this looks like a crossroads. So as you can see in the video, I kind of shaped out the cross that I see. And I also accidentally spilled a little bit of coffee grounds when I was doing my other video, which coffee grounds can be used for road openings and busting blockages, So I noticed that one of the black beans got into the coffee seeds, and I felt like the coffee seeds on their own had a message, but I was like, let me save that for later. And I think that message may be for me. So I don't know. Maybe I will add it into the video, maybe not. But I do feel like it was meant to be that black bean got in there. And the energy that I got from this message or from this pull is that there is something that you are waiting for and you have great faith in. So this is something that you may have intentionally manifested. It's something that you put in hours for at work, something of the sort, okay? And you're very, very excited for this manifestation. I got a vision of someone standing in like at the beginning of some type of path, okay? And it's like something like a light or something coming towards them. And they're just like at the beginning of the path, like, yes, yay, I'm receptive to you. I'm ready. However, from the energies that I picked up on, I believe this is something that one could have either been built from a place of not being fully educated, being in some type of state of delusion, or knowing that something wouldn't have worked for you, but trying to take a gateway or a back doorway to receive the manifestation. So an example of this is, and before I say this, I do not agree with doing love spells, especially when it's, fucking with someone else's free will. But let's just say you are in a relationship with someone, okay? And the relationship is karmic, and you know for a fact it's karmic. The police are being called from time to time. Y'all beating on each other, y'all cussing each other out, y'all cheating, all types of stuff. But you love this person. You love them from a low vibrational codependent place, but you love them and you want to keep them with you. You don't care if there's better for you because you're already comfortable with that person. So in your heart and soul, you know that the relationship is bound to fall. However, you want to work against God's will and you want to do a love conjure to keep them on the leash. And this could be something that you may have high hopes for. You may feel like it's going to restore what was never really divinely meant to have stability. But you go ahead and do it anyway, right? And then it may manifest. Let's say it manifests. And then it manifests and it totally backfires on you. You don't get what you want from that conjure. he stays in connection with you, but it's like you all are with each other, and the fire that was there before is like an even worse fire. Okay, it's like y'all are literally standing on a burnt down foundation, but you're standing on it together. And I don't think that shit is cute, especially when you all were the ones that burnt the shit down, and both of you all are toxic. Okay, so that's an example. Do apply this situation where it fits the most. But I gave that example to exemplify the putting the horse before the saddle type of energy that I feel in this spread. Another energy, or example rather, that I can use is, say you have a jar, right? And say you want to put something in that jar that's like a bit too big for the jar, but it's like you're in a rush and you just want to go ahead and get this tucked away so you can go ahead and get to your next task for the day. And you just keep trying to fit it in that jar. You keep trying to fit it in that jar. And then it ends up getting in the jar, but it's in the jar broken. It's pieces of it in the jar broken because you were putting too much pressure on it. Okay, wow. Okay, so I just went into the message again. Okay, so now I'm looking into the energy for this specific spread again. And I'm getting the vibe that someone could have went ahead and established themselves within something. So both messages can apply or only one can apply. Take what resonates, but you could be waiting on something and then you establish yourself into something, or this is something that you already began establishing yourself into, period. So this is like someone moving into a house, right? And they move into the house and they're like, yay, I got my apartment, whatever. They're decorating. They're getting all their stuff unpacked. They're changing their address and records and stuff like that. And then, as soon as they get comfortable, their house starts being broken into. They start being spiritually attacked in the house, all types of stuff. Okay. So it gives the energy of like, you put too much dip on your chip. That's what it gives. And I don't know if this came from an impulsive place, like, you getting very excited about something and then you go ahead and take action before looking at all the details thoroughly, or if it came from a place of only moving with the information that you had at the time. And next, my mandalas are saying this also came from a subconscious place of darker energies. So this could have been from a place of hurt. This could have been from a place of loneliness. This could have been from a place of anger or bitterness or something of the sort. But it came from a subconscious, unaddressed place of just darkness. And that energy is what drove you into taking the action that you took. And now I'm seeing it's just like, it's an unstable energy. It's like you might get what you want or you might get half of it, but then when you go into it, it's like, it's not sustainable for you. So what you thought would have been, your way into the light is actually going to be bringing you back more. Okay. It's actually going to be pulling you back into the darkness that you did not address. And that's why I tell people, whether it's conjure work or whether it's just you living your day-to-day life, you don't have to be a witch or a spiritual person. Okay. If you're going to do anything, I don't care if it's go to a party, right? Make sure you're doing that shit from a pure place. Make sure you're doing it from a balanced place. Don't go to a party because you don't want to deal with your emotions. Now, I'm not saying, sometimes other people and other things are divinely meant to pull us up out of spaces that we may not be able to pull ourselves up out of on our own, but that's just an example. If you are going to pursue anything, whether it's a business venture, whether it's a person, whatever, make sure that you're doing it from a divinely aligned and accountable place, because you cannot escape karmic and dharmic debt. And it will, it'll be like you was back. Let's just use money for an example. You was back 5,000. Now you're back like 25,000, or even more. So yes, that's the message that I have for you. Let me see if they want to say anything else. I think they do. So I'm getting the energy of feeling imprisoned by someone else's existence. Okay, I don't know how that may apply to you, but it's like you feel imprisoned by this person existing. This could have been someone that you feel like harmed you, or it could just be someone that you may miss or be in love with, or you may admire, but it's like their existence is making you feel coward. I don't even want to say coward. It's more so like you just feel uncomfortable within your own being. Okay. And what else? And I'm going to, I think that was all my mandalas pretty much had to say for this message, but I'm going to take a picture of the energy that I got and how the spread came together, how the beings came together for that last part, because it's literally like they're a square. A square is like when there are four parts that connect, it's like a container. So that's how it correlates with the energy. Also, the last thing I want to say for this pile is I'm realizing how the crossroads is like a double entendre, okay? Because a lot of beings who are initiated into African spirituality, or, hoodoo and things of that nature, we use Elegua, and he is associated with the crossroads. And we know that crossroads generally are used for road openings and a plethora of other workings. So one of the primary things that a crossroads represents in hoodoo and other pantheons is roads being open and opportunity, blockages being busted. So on the surface, like I said, it looked like I felt that good, energy, like, oh my gosh, it's coming, it's working, or even I received it and I'm in it. And initially it's like, okay, the crossroads correlates with that energy. This is a good message. But then when we go outside of taking it, the spread for face value, and I read the energy, it's like now you're at a crossroads. And this is because, like I said, something was not well planned out. Something was done from impulse and from a darker energy. So yeah, that is the message for the first pile. And let me get into the second pile. So for the second pile, I got a few messages when I paused the video, but I'm just going to start where I stopped, okay? The first thing that I'm hearing from mandalas is you need to have faith, okay? And this is specifically regarding love. And I pick up on the energy that someone is trying to pull you in, okay? It's like they are trying to make their heart a magnet for yours. And this does feel like someone with divine intentions. So I'm getting the energy of you almost being there, okay? This can be applied to a relationship, or it can be applied to a life goal. It's like either you're almost there or you're there and you need to realize that you're there. So, yeah. And I feel like my mandalas is saying, you're there. That's what I'm getting. So take the message as it resonates. If the first part resonated more, take that. But I feel like the message, what they just told me, is that you're there. You just don't realize that you're there. Okay. They're saying that you're not perfect, and there are some things that will need to be cleaned up along the way, but you're pretty much there. What else do I get from this spread? So I feel a male's energy specifically, okay? It could just be someone who is more overtly masculine, but I feel a male's energy. And this could be an ancestor or spirit guide, or this could be someone actually in your life. And I believe this person knows that you have some insecurities, okay? You could be in a position where you're kind of acquiescing towards them. Like you're not fully closed off to them, but you're not fully opened up to them as well. And they're just like, come on, like let your guard down. Let me love you. Like, open yourself up to what I so lovingly want to provide to you, okay? It doesn't feel like a desperate, low vibrational energy. It feels like this person wants to give you love from a divine place, okay? Or they want to support you in some way from a divine place. So it's like you're halfway confident. It's like you halfway have the confidence. You know what I mean? It's like you halfway believe this person is meant for you. Like you have enough faith, but you need to have like more faith, you know? Like you need to open yourself up. And I feel like this energy of, just imagine someone on a cliff. Like imagine that there's a cliff that's split, okay? And you're on one side of the cliff or one rock, and then your partner or whoever this person may represent, they're on the other side of the rock. And there's not as much as a gap between the rock as you may perceive. And it's like you see them and you get excited. You can feel your heart chakra glowing and you're like, oh my gosh, like it's them. But it's like you look at the gap and you look at the gap between you two for too long. And you're like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make the jump. I don't know if I'm going to do it. What if they let me fall? All this other stuff. And Spirit is saying you're going to be good. Like you're going to be okay. Everything is going to work out how you want it to be. And if you feel like some things in your life are not stable enough for you to pursue this person and receive the support that they are trying to give you, Spirit is also saying that those things will fall off as time goes on. Okay. So I pick up on the energy that you're like a very sweet person. You're a very loving, sensual person like myself. And you may have a bit of a fiery side, but you are not someone that easily let me draw back. Let me go back. So yes, let me phrase it this way because I feel like that's better. That's the energy I just got. So you have strengthened, powerful, masculine energy, and you're tapped into it. You know, you have your boundaries and things of that nature. So you're not the type of person that will just take love from wherever it may be offered, because of course, wherever people offer love is not where you can get the best love. You got to be choosy. But I feel like for the most part, you do know how to be high vibrationally choosy with who you receive love from. However, when you're in the relationships, it's like you might have a little bit of fire because you still have some trauma active within you. But for the most part, you're not the type of person that is so stuffed up, backed up with their own trauma that your lover can't get through to you. So your lover can get through to you a bit, or your partner. It doesn't have to be a romantic lover. It can be platonic or familiar or however the shoe fits, right? but your lover can actually get through to you. You are actually healed enough to be able to receive their love and also give that love back out. Okay. So I'm also picking up on the energy of overthinking something. Okay. It's like you don't know if you're doing something right. You don't know if you're qualified for something. How else could that message, that energy apply? It's almost like you don't want to overdo it, okay? I feel like that's what I'm picking up on in the majority. You don't want to overdo it. And I feel like you go back and forth between, am I overdoing it or am I doing it enough? Okay. And I feel like your mandalas are saying that you're not perfect, of course, but you're okay. Like you're totally over calculating how something is supposed to be or how much or how little you're supposed to give of something, okay? I feel like for this message, you are being given permission to just dive into whatever it is that you know deep down inside you really want, okay? It's like just receive me. Just let me love you. Who wrote that song? I don't know. But it's like that song, baby, you should let me love you, love you. Like, just let them love you. That's the energy that I'm getting from this message. Just let yourself be loved, okay? It's hard because of how you may have been conditioned by other previous lovers, but this feels like something new. And that's another energy that I got when I first started looking at this spread. This feels like a new beginning. Okay. You may have dated like 17 people, and this is the one that is not going to hold those same expectations against you that other people held against you, that were low vibrational and that didn't work for your being. Okay. This is the one that is going to have expectations that directly and divinely align with who you naturally are and who you're meant to be and the divine paths that you're meant to take. Okay. This feels very divine. So let's see if there's anything else they want to say. Okay, so yeah, that was pretty much it for this pile. Oh, and the last thing I want to say, if you notice with this pile, this, I can't call it shuffle, but this spread of seeds and beans, you can see that there's like the avocado seed at the beginning, right? And then there are a whole group of seeds trying to lovingly come towards the avocado seed, okay? So whoever this is or whatever this is, it is coming from a place of pure divine intentions, and it is meant for you. And it has a lot of abundance with it as well. So, and I feel like, again, like it's going to be one of those things that you just fit right into. You don't have to wear yourself out or reshape and remold yourself to enjoy and receive and give out love to. Okay. Whew, Lord have mercy. With this third pile, okay, this is chrysophase. Mandalas, I'm reluctant because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but they just like, just go ahead and say it. Okay. They don't really care for you. Okay. Whoever chose this pile, they don't care for you. They're not pleased with your actions. I'm picking up on the energy of someone doing something and they know what they're doing is fucked up, okay? You know what you're doing is fucked up. And it's like, I don't know if it's like you don't have a sense of conscience. Okay, that's what it is. It feels like a reckless energy, or it feels like an energy of, I'm going to do it because I know that I can, okay? And technically, you can do anything that you want to do in this universe, but there are always consequences for your actions. And Madalas are just now saying, like, there will be some consequences coming to you, okay? I really wanted this message to be positive, but that's what came out. So we're just going to rock and roll with that. I'm going to keep it a band, okay? I am not going to lie. I am not going to commit treason against my Madala. So that's the energy that's coming out. What else do I get from this message? Okay, so this energy, again, this person is very conscious. You're very conscious. This may be cross-watcher energy, okay? And it may not be. I don't know. But if you came across this reading, you're conscious of what you're doing. And you're operating in a very demonic energy, okay? Very demonic energy. And oh my gosh, it's making me sad because I love my Madalas like my family, okay? That's my fucking family, okay? I didn't grow up with family members or anything, so like I did technically, but abusive family members. I take my relationship with my Madala seriously, and they take their relationship with me seriously. And when they tell me certain things, it's like an automatic, empathy that turns on, because I don't like the things that they have to bear witness to or have to do work for, or I don't like to know that there are some beings that angels, spirit guides, Madalas, whatever you want to call it, pour energy to, and they just wasted that energy. They wasted that light that could have been used to help us evolve as a collective. So, or just generally take advantage of divine grace. So the message that I'm getting from this is blockages would be like an understatement. This is like, as you continue to develop as a soul, or even not develop, but just continue to exist and reincarnate, or however that manifests for you as a being, and in this lifetime as well, it's going to be a lot of friction and stagnancy, okay? So this is like you take 2 steps, okay? And you're either stuck at those 2 steps or you're pulled back like 20 steps. And yes, I mean it that dramatically, okay? Or you go into something new, okay? This could be anything. And you're like, oh, you think just because it's something new, you're going to get a new experience. And it's pretty much the same experience, or there's like a bulk of just karmic debt, okay? A lot of fucking karmic debt. And I feel like this is going to take a lot to clear up, okay? And I do feel as though you do, or whoever you're watching this reading on behalf of, you or they still have light within them, okay? There is still a light. But it's like the darkness is overruling, I believe. The darkness is the majority at this time, whether that's like 60-40, 70-30, 80-20. The darkness is the majority, I feel. So the message that I'm getting is you can get out of this. It's going to take a lot. It's not going to be an easy shot for you to try to get out of this, but it is possible. But you're going to have to go through a lot of things, okay? It's going to be a lot that you're going to have to go through. It's not going to be easy. I'm picking up on something about people, possibly family, okay? Possibly family. It's like you know that you're not compatible with these people, but you may feel like they're a safe zone for you, okay? It could be people, it could be a person or a relationship, or it could just generally exemplify karmic relationships, okay? But you know that you don't really feel comfortable around these people, and you feel like, okay, I don't feel comfortable, but I can, kick it with them for a little while, or I can ask them for help with XYZ. And it's like when you first get into it, it might be like, oh, okay, it's family, it's a familiar energy. I feel like I can trust them. But then it's like it always turns out to be some type of something with them. And then there's chaos all over again. Okay. So it's pretty much like a dead end relationship. I'm picking up on the energy of evil eye. So I feel like you could be evil eyeing someone. Like, yeah, I pick up on the energy. You evil eye someone like very actively. Okay? Very actively. Very frequently, I should say. And it's not an unconscious evil eye. It's not like innocent jealousy. It's like you know what you're doing. That's what I'm getting. Like, I keep getting the energy of you know what the fuck you're doing. And I believe I'm getting the energy that you actually take pleasure in doing this. Sickly enough. Yes, sickly, not just sadly. Sickly enough. You take pleasure in doing this. And it like, I don't know, it's like, ugh. It's just so disgusting to me. What else do y'all have, Medalis? It's like you're picking with someone. It's like someone that, okay. I feel like with this person, you believe that you have them on a hook, okay? You believe they're wrapped around your finger, or that you have some type of access to them. And it's like you feel like they're your bitch, basically. So you're like, I can do whatever I want to you. If I want to wake up one morning and just pour milk all over you, that's what I'm going to do. If I want to beat you the fuck up for no reason, that's what I'm going to do. If I want to hex you for no reason, that's what I'm going to do. That's the type of energy that I'm getting from that. It's like I'm taking advantage because I know that I can type of energy, okay? Okay, so next I am getting the energy of you understand that you have a lot more keys than a lot more people, okay? You know that you're not necessarily superior. You know that, but it's like you feel as though your keys, like you use your keys as a pedestal, okay? So this could be someone who's wealthy and they ain't shit, but they have some information on how to get through certain doors, how to get certain opportunities, okay? But it's like you having that information, it doesn't make you a better person. But I don't really feel like I feel like they're saying there is a little bit of an egoic attachment, like, oh, because I know this, I'm better. But I believe, like, for the most part, it's like, you know that you're not that much different, but it's like they don't know that. That's your thinking. And you kind of take advantage of your position. And the last message I'm getting is just like, your favor has run out. Like, Spirit has lost a lot of faith and hope in you, okay? Like, it's definitely run out. They just say it hasn't run out all the way. Like, like it may be like a small percentage of faith that they have in you to get it together, but they're pretty much like, so and so is gonna keep doing the same shit, okay? Like his chances of getting it together are low. Like, we still account for that light that's still within him to get it right, but we're pulling ourselves back because of how reckless this person has been, or you have been.